Web pages are mostly comprised of text, so it's important that we learn how to format it properly. In this video, we'll start learning about HTML elements that help us format text. Here we have some of the markup that we created in the previous video, and I've just gone ahead and deleted everything inside of our body tag. Other than that, everything else is the same. The first text-related tag that we're going to learn about is one that we've already seen before, and that is the paragraph tag. So we'll go ahead and type a P, and then we'll type our closing paragraph tag. And one thing that I haven't pointed out yet is that you'll notice each one of these tags is indented a little bit further than the last. This is not a technical requirement, however, it does make the markup much easier to read, so that when a tag is nested inside of another tag, such as our P tag here, which is nested inside of our body tag, it's much easier to see the pattern of the nesting. Inside of our paragraph tag, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste some text from off screen. So we'll go ahead and copy it, and inside of our paragraph tag, we'll go ahead and paste it here. Now, this text is what's called lorem ipsum text. It looks like Latin, but it's actually not. It doesn't actually mean anything. It's just placeholder text that's very commonly used in print work as well as in web design. This lorem ipsum text will serve very nicely to test out how paragraphs work. So we'll go ahead and save our document, switch over to our browser, and refresh. And as you can see, we now have some lorem ipsum text inside of the browser. We can have as many paragraphs as we'd like. So we can go ahead and switch back to our text editor, copy this paragraph, and then we'll go ahead and paste two more, save the document, switch back to the browser, refresh the page, and you can now see our changes, and we have 3 paragraphs here. You'll notice that there's a little bit of separation in between each one of the paragraphs. This is just some default styling that the browser is applying to our paragraphs. However, using CSS, which we'll learn about after HTML, we can adjust the spacing between paragraphs to be whatever we'd like. Next, we're going to learn about another tag that we've seen before, and that is the headline tag. Now, the headline tag is really part of the global structure of the document. However, it's much easier to think about it in terms of text. So we're going to go ahead and switch back to our text editor. And just above our first paragraph here, inside of our body tag, we're going to go ahead and type out the tag H1, which is a first level headline. Then we'll go ahead and close that tag. And inside of it, we'll say this is a level 1 headline. And then we'll go ahead and save it, switch back to the browser, and refresh the page. And as you can see, we have some text here that's much larger than the text below it. Again, this is because the browser is applying some default styling to our first level headline. Each headline below our first level headline will be a little bit smaller, and there are 6 levels of headlines. Let's go ahead and try them out. We'll switch back to our text editor, and we'll just go ahead and copy this first level headline, and we'll paste it 5 more times here. And then we just need to go ahead and change the numbers on each one of our tags. And then we'll go ahead and change the text inside of our headlines just so that we don't get confused. So we'll go ahead and save that, switch back to the browser, and refresh the page. And as you can see, each level of headline is slightly smaller than the last. In general, you'll want to keep your headlines very semantic. In other words, you wouldn't want to have several level 3 headlines, for example, above several level 1 headlines. You can think of these headlines like you might think of headlines in a newspaper. The level 1 headline might be the name of the newspaper, And a level 2 headline might be the name of a section, a level 3 might be the name of an article, and so on. Similar to paragraphs, you can have as many headlines as you want. Paragraphs and headlines are some of the most important elements when formatting text. In the next video, we'll learn how to emphasize certain parts of our document.